the question about lowering the entry age. Right now, you have to be 35 and above in order to for a single person to buy an HDB flat, right?
A BTO.
Sorry?
Yeah,
BTO.
BTO. You can, as a single person, you can buy anytime
Yeah.
if it's a resale.
Yeah. It is part of the pro-family policy, right? I'm fully supportive of a pro-family policy, right? Because I think it's good for society as a whole. But it does not mean that you should discriminate against singles.
Thank you.
You see, right? So I think that you can imagine, you can design housing in such a way that the singles units are part of a conglomerate of all kinds of family units, right? Right.
Yes.
One of the joys I have living in an HDB estate is that every morning I have the greatest joy of meeting little toddlers, right? Because there are 3 kindergartens downstairs nearby, and they high five with me, they have eye contact, they say hello, and all these things, right? So that is a different kind of society, right? And I think that's entirely feasible. The family unit is certainly an important component of the overall society. So the health of the overall society, all right, has to also accommodate singles, right? So a judicious mix of people is a good thing, right? Society is moving into more and more complex and more diverse kinds of personalities. We are not the same type of people that we were many years ago, right?
That's
Yep.
right.
Today it's okay to be,
Single.
for LGBTs, right, to live together. So what? That's their choice, right? It's nothing wrong, except we have to change the law.
No, and they are still our citizens.
Yeah,
They are still
yeah,
part
right.
of our country.
And if they are contributing and being very creative and so on, and many of the so-called gay people are very creative, right? In fact, maybe you all do not know, there's one section of Chinatown, near to Chinatown, that all the foreign gay guys are there, and it was deliberately created by the government, right? Because these are the creative people, and they're all in the advertising and product design and all of those.
It's true
graphic
that I do have a lot of creative friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with a different lifestyle. And we're all Singaporeans, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think whether you're single, your marital status, or your orientation, or your gender, or race.
That's right. So the diversity of types is part of the.
And they don't pay different tax, right? They pay the
Yeah.
same tax, right?
It's all part of the
We're all
modern society,
Singaporeans,
right?
Yeah.
No,